like handling all this stuff without the gown on. Right. Alright, so you can put one on, you don't have to put one on. You wanna put one on? Hey, this is the quick version. When you learn it, it ain't gotta be right when you learn it. And get us some gloves. You can do like that if you want.
No, I don't wear gloves.
Alright, so the first thing that you're going to do
What size you got?
is you're going to drape the patient out. Nothing changed about it. You want to do it wide. So if it's L3, L4, X-ray came in before you draped in, before she prepped them, and C-arm came over them, and then we documented where L3, L4 was. And then maybe somebody put a little X there with a sterile marking pen or unsterile marking pen, whatever. Then she would go ahead and prep them out lightly without removing the marker. Make sense? But that C-arm will not come back over this bed unless that C-arm is draped. Follow me? Because now everything will be sterile. And then you really need to pay attention to what we doing on this stuff, especially when we get to the cranes and all that stuff, because the cranes is more of a watch kind of like deal. I'm not finna cut open 17 watermelons so you can do that. So whoever done what they were supposed to do, didn't give no lip, did all that stuff, then those 4 people in the class will do the craning together. And the rest of it's kind of a look thing. And the last time we did that, the girl did it, we did it so good, the girl went to Baylor Garland and got hired the first day out of clinical because she did a craning. And it was just like how she learned at school. I could have watched that now, didn't I, actually? All right, now give me the 3/4 drapes. And then these right here are not the ideal 3/4 drapes that you want to use. You want to use the fancy ones that when you see some of them, they have like a reinforced side on this side of them. This is that little cheap one that's kind of like all the same. So you just drop it right there. And then get me the other one. Yep. This actually might be one. I hope it's still cheap. And then just pretend like the mail stands out there. Yep. And you're gonna line it up just like that right there. Now give me the aisle band drape. Now normally the aisle band drapes come in different sizes. You'll get one about this size right here. Then the next size will be this one. And then you'll get one like we're using for the hip that'll be that long. I'm not gonna cut it, we're just gonna play with it because I got so many now, so we're just gonna use it. All right, so the doctor will do this to you. And then he'll come underneath you, if I can find it. And then you walk back. And push down, hold on, come in. Press down, there you go. And then you stay up, press down, in the middle. And then keep pressing down, and we walk away. Keep pressing, walk all the way down. There you go. And then this came off, so you just do this. And the nurse will get it. Now give me your big drape. Now we don't normally use no gallbladder drape with no pockets for this. You just use your regular laparotomy sheet, okay? But we're gonna use this anyway. Where's the head? Pull your stickies off. And then don't get in the habit of doing what I'm doing, because the nurse will get you. But you just pull the stickies like that. You see the head? Okay, we're just gonna go with it then. Pray it's the right way. Walk it out. I think we got it right, Ashley. There you go. Now everything's reinforced. And then just pretend, just drop it up underneath it. All right, and then we want, this is your working mail stand, so it's gonna go here. Follow. Throw your suction off first, because you got a lot of shit. Throw your suction. Suction and Bovie while I try to find this over. And then this will be your bite holder. Over here.
Section 26.
You go up the foot.
headphones on?
Yep. Give me a piece of tape. Oh. Anybody see the tape? So in real life, that other one that we've been playing with the whole time, you remember it has the 2 spikes on there? This right here would go in there like that. This is one that's like old school right here, but that's all I can find. Can never be long enough. We're just gonna rig this up. Hopefully. Give me an ounce cup. Just one.
And this one would be right here.
Yep. No, but down here.
That one.
And you want to make. So as you see how big this is, this kind of might have to be only a 1 person or 2 person vacation, because there's like a lot of stuff.
Do you need the saline?
No, we do
No.
that. And then let me have your little. Yep.
A little one.
I really stuck that in there. Oh, there you go. So we're gonna put your bovie in there, your bipolar in there. This is your suction. And then I threw, because I'm long-handed, I put the knives back there and put them right there. The drill. Now your drill is not this heavy in real life, but it will lay on the patient. Where's the cord? The extension cord. Oh. So we're gonna
Need a
do
drill
this.
bit?
I opened one.
You got one?
Did you need hemostats?
Put me one up there. Really, for this hemostat, 1 hemostat, 1 coker is all I need. There you go.
These are peons.
And this is that stuff that, now that we get into the big stuff, that's that stuff where I get mad really quick. So you remember what you're supposed to be doing. But you know, I be trying to let you get your money's worth when you ain't supposed to be learning all this stuff. But when you go to clinicals, if your attitude's not effed up, everything that you'll do there, all you gotta do is be quiet, don't kiss nobody's eye, and just be. And then you'll, like, everybody will love you. All right, so here we go. So we always test the drill when it's loaded up. And remember, your drill bits will actually fit in the drill slot perfectly. We know we making this up because you're not gonna get a $10,000 drill, so I'm sorry. All right, ready, Ashley? Same thing, time out, Dashika Jenkins. We doing a lumbar laminectomy for this one. And then let me have that pad back there too. All right, finish. Give me the scissors.
Do you need injection?
We gonna pretend. Now, you remember that gel foam that I brought in class?
Yeah.
That we put the thrombin on? That's what this is gonna simulate, because we don't have a lot of gel foam. That's donated and it's really expensive. So you just gotta cut this up. Don't go to the hospital doing this now. That ain't what this is. This is gel foam we pretending. And then you're gonna cut it in different sizes, put it in there like that. And then this is Ashley's stuff. These are her patties that she counted. She has to count these. There's 10 in every one. So this is 10, that's supposed to be 10. And if she's missing one, then they're no good. And then all this will go up in here like this, and they go face up. And then I'll let you sort through it later. We'll put those right there. All right, you ready? Think you can handle this? I ain't gonna be mean to y'all. That's a lot. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let me have 2 Ratex. All right, let me have my injection. Just pretend, give me the thing if you got it.
Would you use the big first?
On this one, you could use the 18 gauge needle, depending on how thick the back is. But you can use the standard if it's just regular. Remember, no capping of the needles for the certification test. Now let me have the 10 blade, please. Same thing apply. What's next?
Add sensitive. This didn't come with add sensitive, so
Okay,
we use a rat tooth?
we gave the quick version. Okay. Give me whatever you got. So whoever goes first with this, add all the stuff we need. All right. All right, there you go with that. Let me have a hemostat. See something bleeding right there. Take the bovine, hit me. Psst. Hit me again. Psst. All right. Let me have the periostal elevator. And what we like to use for this is a big old cob. It looks like a big round circle on a stick.
Would it be cigarettes?
Those are corrects. Those are corrects. I had that down. It's back there. Yep. So basically, this big old thing, it'd be like something about like that right there, and on a big long stick. And then you're gonna use your cob, and you're gonna like find the spine. I mean the lamina where it is, and then you know how the lamina goes like that. You're gonna take this and push everything out of the way, and you just keep pushing it out of the way. Just go up and down. Then you come to the other side, and you're gonna push everything out of the way. It ain't nothing but soft tissue, like muscles and fat and all that stuff. You just basically freeing it up, moving out the way. I want this bone that's right here. There you go. Now let me have the wheat landers. Okay. And for this, of course, you need bigger wheat landers, but okay. You know, we using what we got. And then you will actually see the lamina just like that right there, except for it to be actually sticking up a little bit. It won't be a stick. All right, so now that we got it, let me have the periostal elevator one more time. And then if you see just like your wood, the wood has, it's like a coating on it. It basically imitates your bone perfectly. If you scrape your wood, the white stuff that comes off is basically imitates your periostal. There we go. So let's just go ahead and do it. We did all this stuff. Let me have, it's up underneath there, Mark, get the bone wax. I forgot to get out. The bone wax. Get in there and get it, Mark. Open that up to it. And one more thing. These pin fills right here, they come, this is a pin fill 4. They come 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then sometimes you get a 5. Your bone wax goes on the back of a number 4. That's the standard. And that is on your certification test.
Say that again.
This is a pin fill number 4. They're dissecting tools. So there's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And they always want the bone wax on the back of the number 4. And then for the ones that get in their feelings, don't like sexual stuff, if he wants the bone wax on the tip, if he's doing a neck, he will say, give me a titty. And so you take the back part of it, and then you're gonna make a titty. This is what he's talking about if he wants a titty. Some doctors say titty, some people say breast, some people say spike. Like with this stuff, you cannot be in your feelings. So when he's working on the neck, he drilled 2 big holes in the bone of the neck to hold the stuff down, like before he put the plates in, and then he puts the titty in the big hole that he made to stop it from bleeding. Got it? All right, so that's your bone wax. All right, I'm just gonna, get the big syringe over there and just, we will use some water. Just make it dirty. Like get some
Dirty?
water. Yeah, tell Dee to get some water.
Can I
Just
have
make
the
it
saline,
dirty.
please, back
Just
there?
make it dirty. It's too dirty, Ashley. Like, deep and dirty.
So you want 30 cc's?
Yep. I need to do a little drilling. So when you start reading, it should tell you about all the irrigating when we drilling and all that stuff. And then on this, she will have a little plastic angiocath. If you don't know what an angiocath is, when you got your IV at the hospital and they stuck your arm and that big old thick needle went up in there, and then the needle came out and left a piece of plastic, you basically pull the needle off, kept the plastic, put it on the syringe. All right, irrigate, Ashley? Well, hopefully you do it. Once again, I'll make it burn. There you can kind of feel the drill. See, it's getting hot.
Yeah.
So that means that's getting hot.
Should cool that down with
Mhm.
it. See.
So you want to put it there so it don't burn the bone. All right, now let's go ahead and take it. I drilled it down some. Let me have my big runger you got. Oh, they call it the Big Daddy. Give me the Big Daddy. Yep. And if it does this, see how it opens in the middle like that?
Yeah.
And give me the other one. You do it. Hold it down. It would be, wouldn't it?
It's the same.
So if it does this, it's double action.
When it doesn't sing.
It's single, yeah. So this is all a laminectomy is. Get a ray tech in your hand or lap, whatever you want. You're gonna take the bone. Save it. And then we like mess and mark stuff up that he wrote. So like if somebody's just gonna be nice and bring another one. And it looks painful and crazy, like damn, that's his spine. And it actually is gonna save all this bone. And you see, just like in real life, you see how I'm taking the chunks out, and you see how it's making it uneven?
Yeah.
You gotta take this drill and make it even. So don't get in your feelings if we start doing this and it's all slow. Because I can't move that quick and do it the right way. It's really, it's gonna take a minute. So whoever in your group might only get to do one that day. And then what really freaks you out, he'll sit there and dig so much till it took the bone and it'd be like he done dug so far down, there's like a big groove like right here in the middle and all the bones damn near gone.
I'm gonna put this in the specimen cup.
Just put it on your table and keep it moist. Now let me have the drill.
This moist?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, shoot.
You just ease it,
Shoot. There you
or
go.
you just wet the towel, like just.
And then put it here.
But if I'm not gonna go back and use it, then nobody cares. Give me the drill. And then the dangerous thing always go towards you, because I got the degree already, so if I get hurt, I can't teach nobody else. So, you know. And what you supposed to have in your hand?
Oh, this section.
And then this might be your calling. And then you will actually feel it, and he can tell if all the edges been shorted off or not. Now, your bone will actually keep its composure. It won't be getting little wood pieces and still have that there. But, so say like now, this is the laminectomy, right? We took the bone off. You close them up with whatever suture you got, and it is done. Follow me? Now, if it was a discectomy, it's the beginning of this. Now give me something like the laminar spreader there. So you remember you got bone, disc, and all that stuff?
Yeah.
This right here is your laminar spreader that will open up. We didn't put no disc in here, but pretend like that's the disc, then we open it up. Got me? So at this point, I gotta stab that disc. So give me your 15 blade. He can use a 15 or 11 blade. So you're just gonna stab it where the disc is. Be careful, cause it's the spine. And then this is what scared me about a lot of you. Let me have the retractor.
This one?
Yeah.
That one?
Michelle might have moved it. It was a right angle, ugly looking thing.
This one?
Yep, there you go. So, this is right here when we find out who's this, and this. A lot of people lie to you. I'm just a little bit more verbal. So this thing right here can paralyze somebody if, you know, Ashley's in her feelings today or Dee's in her feelings today. This thing right here is gonna go directly around her spine, and you're gonna take this and move her spine out of the way. And you know what the spine does. So you're gonna hold this, you hold this shit right here and steady. And this is what they're gonna tell you. Hold it steady. Don't move it.
Yes, sir.
Now give me the drill. You mean the pituitary?
You don't have that pituitary?
She found it. It's that one that looks like an alligator,
I don't know where
remember?
she put it, but
It was little. There, damn it, it's ruptured disc. And we're gonna save this, go straight in and out. Give me the Raytech. Save that, that's disc from L3, L4. Don't move. So that's disc L3, L4. Give me another Raytech.
oh man.
A lot of you gotta grow up. This right here is gonna be cyst from L4. This is cyst. That's cyst. Get another Raytech. This look like bone disease for number 3. Number 3 back. This is bone disease. All right, that's enough of that. I think he got an infection here. I'm gonna send some of this bone to pathology.
4, 3.
I need another Raytech. All right. Now, what are my specimens?
This is a cyst. This is the L3. This is the the second one, the infection.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was the last infection.
I'll get you next time, bro. Trust me, I'll get you. I'll get you. Pretty good, though. You ain't even really moved. All right, you have that back. And then we're not gonna do it, but switch this out and give me the smaller drill bit. You know those ones we was playing with? They were some of them that was smaller.
Yeah.
Then switch this out, I don't want this no more. And then you get the smaller drill bit, and then we're gonna go in, get your water. Cause see, this is too big where I wanna drill. This right here, choke the damn spine and shit up. And then you get that one where look at me. About right there. All right. You get that one that want to work up on the microscope. So ain't no looking down. It's straight microscope. Give me the drill. Now you can look at it and give it, but when we drilling, so like you look straight ahead. So hey, you hold that, yeah, just like that. So hold your hand. Look through the microscope and get the thing. Got it? Because we're looking up here and it looks down.
Yeah.
So I got you on this where you can't move. So you kind of have to just kind of do that to get me that stuff. Because you got that one ass, but like, why you got to use the microscope for this when we can just see it? And then even this, we call them in the spine now because we ain't got no microscope. Cool? All right, so that's out. Then let me have the rungeur. This right here is your Carrison rungeur. They come in different sizes, 1 through 5. Yep, that'll work. And then you're gonna get a Raytech. All this stuff that you see that's trash, we can just use those. I just want to see what you're gonna keep up with them. Cause that's what they're gonna do to you. So a Harrison run drill, you just go and grab the bone with it, and then how you do it, you take a Raytech and just like how she did, but grab it tighter. So it's, hey, you do it to me, and I'm gonna show you how. Kind of get on the side with it. You gotta grab like you might have to go like that to get it. So when you're doing this and he gives it back to you, he's gonna open it up. Open it. And then he's gonna be under the microscope normally. You take it like this right here and clean it out, and you push it down like that, and let him know you're ready. Oh, you just getting carried away, but go ahead, okay. Marker, bring us another stick, or here, y'all let your phone. See, I'm under the microscope, then you push it down, and then let us know you're ready. Don't be like all mean and aggressive, just kind of just, don't be like no ass. And then if you do this stuff just like I told you, you'll get a job and impress somebody. And if they're not hiring, they will write you a nice little letter and you will get your job. And then he can use any side. He might use that for 3 hours. It does.
Is this always taken care of?
No, it's trash. So he might use this number 4 for 3 hours, this Harrison, or he might want the number 1 for 2 hours. That's what all he doing. Then you just basically standing there, yeah, doc, this happening. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, she's bleeding. And then those bayoneted pickups that you don't have up here. So just give me a patty. You always do pickups. And you always want the green side up. Or that blue, whatever hell color that is. And grab it in the middle. And you don't want to grab it, then you lay it down right here, and then I'll get it. Give me the pickups. So this is how this works. Those bayoneted ones, you're going to take this, and wherever something's bleeding, you put it on the side. This has thrombin on it. And the string goes outside of the body like that. And then lay it down here. And then I'll get you all the 4 things that we're missing on
So
Monday.
you use Activity for that?
No. It's smooth bayoneted pickups.
That's right.
But Farrah has all the, they learning all the stuff, and
Who has it?
Farrah and them.
Who?
It's like he said Farrah, right?
I probably did. And then see, if you ever get messed up,
Want another one?
then you see the strings coming out on the outside of the body? That's why you never cut the strings off, because once they get cut, this gets soaked up with blood and looks like a blood clot. And then we won't know what's in there. That's why you gotta count them. Now let me have some gel foam. The smallest piece you got. And then this is kind of like she gotta hold it closed while she give it to me, and then I'll take it. And then we're gonna slide that right there on the spine, like it's swelling up a little bit. Got it?
Another one?
Now let me have the bone wax on the back of the pin field. On the number 4.
You still want another gel foam?
Nah. Let me have the bone wax. And so say this bone is bleeding right here. You take the bone wax and you're gonna put it right there, and it stops it from bleeding. And it stays in. See the bone wax? I would drill a hole and show y'all how the titty works, but I don't have the right. We need that drill bit that Mark got in the orthopedic set, but. Oh damn, boy. Mark be like, all right. Mark be like, get my money.
One in the hole. Other way.
Other way.
Other way.
No, other way.
Make me a titty, baby. See what I'm talking about? See, you gotta think for yourself. So I'm gonna try to make a hole.
Want to say it?
Yeah, put let's say later there. she'll get so good at working with whoever that she knows the type of hole that he made. I mean, she did good on her titty, but like it's a little bit too big. Too big. So this doctor, he uses that look like about a 2.5 drill bit. Okay, man. Wrong glove. So his titties need to be more like this. See it? Because of the hole that we made. You see the hole that we made? So this is more streamlined, and I want to stop that hole from bleeding in the inside, so it's got to go in like that right there. See how it works? And then that's what your hole will look like.
Do they ever use anything to like pack it in there?
That's why we did the thing. But we got impactors and stuff.
But just in case.
Mhm.
Okay.
But for that,
Okay.
that worked. Everybody see it? So if it was bleeding, that would have plugged it up. And that kind of comes with whoever you work with deal. Like it don't come like the first day. Like you'll work with him a lot. You'll know what he likes. Where's Michelle?
She left. She had to go to work.
I should go work. I'm like, she should have, like, you know, she could have confirmed all this. Like, she would have appreciated
She said
it.
she really doesn't do spine. She
She said she don't do smile. I can't give her no job teaching then. So, you actually just went up there. So when you leave, you'll know more than she will. Cause that's the surgery center. Like, they don't probably do this stuff just like this. So, you already up one. And see why I get so mad with all this junk when people don't be want to learn? And when you supposed to be putting on hats and stuff again, and you ain't even got to do this. But then people don't be want to listen. But I still be trying to help you. If you do what I tell you to do, you'll get a job. Now this shit has to come out. And then we will use bare-knitted pickups to take it out, but we don't have any. We got to find them on Monday. So we may not even get to do no cases on Monday because we got to piece all this stuff together. And then Ashley takes them, and then she'll put them somewhere. Give me your
Other one?
Give me your bucket. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, what's wrong with me? Give me that thing.
The basin.
Now, this depends on you and your nurse and where you are. Keep in mind, this is bloody, but some people do this. So that's one. And then I'll use one of these just to show you too, but this is a little bit too big, but yeah, it's wet. Here, let's wet it so it'll stay. Don't throw these away because they're hard to come by. And they still go a little way. It's just not wet enough to sag down, but I should have wet it more, but. Okay, so this is how this gonna work. So the nurse, say we closed all this up, right? So the nurse came over, and then everyone has a number on there. So she might say, give me the medium-sized patties. So you're gonna do this to count them. You just elevate them up a little bit. Cause I wanna keep them like this so we can play with them. But real life, you would take them out of the thing, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So try to count them on there without messing them up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the field. 1, 3 on the field.
Oh, so you got one more. So there you go. Try it again.
1 fell down. I didn't use.
All right,
So
now do it.
7.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then nurse.
3 on the field.
1, 2, 3 on the field.
So you should have 10. That 10,
Mhm.
you know how to do math. All right, and then you do these the same way. And if you missing one of these, we all won't be in trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1 on the field.
10. Because there's one that comes where all you get is that string, and it looks like somebody did this.
The tiny one.
And I've seen that, like, we don't buy that. It's like the kids, like, be bringing stuff. And then, like, we'll be playing with it, like, months before, and then be like, we ain't gonna never use that. And then I'll be like, get this crazy idea in my head, like, oh, let's do this, like today. So picture that attached to one of those strings. So, and then if the string broke off, and do we all know what the green stuff is on the strings? Understand?
Where you just see it. So when you
Farrah?
X-ray-
Wow.
What's the green stuff used for?
So you could detect it.
There you go. We all good? It ain't gotta be green now. You know, your rate taste, I think, is blue, I think. Oh, damn, you can't
Can't
even.
even feel it.
Yeah, that's why you don't cut it.
I like that.
And then if y'all got some extra ones, like, y'all can, like, make some if you, and then just, like, you know, get the hot glue gun from shit and make one. Or, so you can get the feel of it. So that goes back to you, and then he'll sit there and look. And he'll be like, give me the Bobby. Now, when you're doing the back cases, this is your standard Bobby tip. This is your standard Bobby tip. It's like, it could be green, blue, whatever, it don't matter, but the length of it is your standard. So for the back people, this part from there, they'll want it about that big. So he said, give me the extender. There's one about that long that you would switch this out and put on. And then he would go deep down in there and do what he needs to do. And then he sees something bleeding, then you need the bipolar. Like something close to the spinal cord. Give me my version of this. I think it worked pretty well. And remember, it only works in between the things. So you can't do that and burn something. It only works in between. There you go.
So whenever we use the saline to irrigate, we use the section to take it out, or
Oh, damn it, I forgot that part.
yeah.
I think it was in my bra. I had it up here. I must have dropped it. Oh, there you go. So depending on what he's doing, you kind of have to look at him. So you got a Fraser tip that you use, and you have a Yanker tip that you use. So you kind of have to, well, he used both. So in the beginning, he'll probably start out with this. When he get closer to the spine, he'll use this. This also comes in like 12 different sizes. There's a tray of them that's metal. It goes from like 1 all the way up to, we're just gonna say 12, but that ain't how it works. It's really like 10 something, 12 Fraser, 13 Fraser, like that. Make sense?
Yes.
So I just buy the cheap ones and then you just pretend. So, but this actually is probably like a number 5 or something. And then remember, if you put your hand on the hole, it sucks harder. So if you're on top of the spine, don't do it. So he might have that retractor in her hand, and right here, and then he might have been sucking and got what he wanted, steam right there in view, and he told her, oh, just hold that suction right there, hold it right there. And then she ain't thinking, not paying attention, because she wasn't partying and sleeping all night, or she just didn't give a shit. And then she's on the spine, and she put her finger on the button, you just sucked up part of his spine. Because if you actually look at it, lack of a better word and shit, your spine look like a damn worm, tell you the truth. And then it's just a little flimsy ass little piece of worm without the coating that runs straight down through your body. And then, and the same way with your brain, once you get through that coating, it looks like somebody took some potty meat, or somebody took a vein of sausage and just got the inside, and then you just suck up pieces of the brain. It's not whole, like, it looks whole, but you can actually just, like, it's like little pieces that make it. Any questions? So this all comes out, we irrigate, and then, you know, from when whoever starts this first, make the shit look prettier. You know, just a quick version.
And what do you use to
So
close?
our incision is a longitudinal.
You got no sutures?
Or
Of the posterior.
you ain't even really gotta go that far with it. You can just say midline incision on the back.
Okay.
What do you use to close?
So deep down, you can get away with like a ovicle to close deep down. And then on top, you can use the 3-0. And then if he wants staple, you put staple in there. If they don't want staples, after you get the 0 and the 3-0, you can hold it together like that and do dermabind. Any questions?
No.
With it hard?
Not really.
Wait. And then this kind of overkill, because, you know, they ain't gonna let me have no soft for y'all. So if we needed to, then I might like do something with y'all with it, because get mad. But to show you how, like, because I want to show you, it probably won't work. To show you how sharp it really, let me have the mallet. So it's like anytime he asks you for an osteotome, the mallet should be in his hand. Well, hold up. I don't want to break that, do we? Maybe the tip. Because Mark paid good money for that from the Home Depot. It's funny how you'll be sitting there, this one a little dull. You'll be doing all this on his back. All that. And then you be putting the grooves in them. And then you be walking by and they all filleted open. And keep in mind, if it's a 360, and then it's the old school way, they filleted him from the neck all the way down. So it looked like somebody just took a saw and just ran up his back. And it's all filleted open, and his little lumbar is laid out perfectly there, all the way down to the crack of his ass almost. And then you walk by the window and you be like, what the hell? But I don't want to mess my thing up. So if you're gonna hit on this, really, you use the metal thingy, the metal mallet. This is the protectors. So if I'm beating on something, stop on, then you want to use this one. So like if you was doing like a urinoplasty or something, this might be ideal. But I don't know why I'm hitting his head with it. I got issues. Y'all be pissing me off. All right. Any questions about that? Y'all good? Cool. Ain't nothing hard about it. So, all the stuff that I showed you, you just gotta take it and build it into something else. This little simple thing turned into it's a lumbar laminectomy. Lumbar laminectomy is what this is, which turned into a discectomy for the same stuff. Then it got bigger and the sales rep came and you got another table and it gave you all the screws and the plates. That's about 20, 30 something trays with all that in there. So this plus 20, 30 something trays. And then they walk you through everything that you need to do. It's a lot. But if you can do it, you can write your own ticket. So that, and then take the sales rep stuff away and come after this. Take half this stuff away, it becomes a cranie now. Except his drill bits get bigger. Addison in that, oh, it's right there. That big old ass ugly drill bit right there.
This thing?
That would be your drill bit. And then you're gonna drill two big,
In the brain?
Like burr hole?
If it's gonna be a craniotomy,
In the skull.
with a flap, then you're gonna take that big drill bit she has, and then you're gonna do a big hole here, big hole here, big hole here, big hole here, and then you use a little linear saw and you connect the big holes, and you pop that whole side of her skull out, and then the brain is there where you want once you get past the
burr
bill.
holes. So get your
And
burr
then
holes, that's what it is.
if Ashley and her husband just
He has it.
Ashley went out cheating and he got mad and he just slapped her one good time. Like how I be telling y'all be getting mad at your friends and all that stuff, and then like I'm just gonna go pop that hoe. And then you go over there and pop her. You don't know what kind of diseases she got. Like I'm not talking about nothing sexual. You don't know if like, she might be super smoker, she might have poor peripheral vascular disease and all that stuff. And one slap, you rupture the ventricles on top of her head. It has a lot off one slap. And then it causes the rupture, and then we have to take that big drill bit and we just take it, all this stuff here we got, make a 10 blade incision, baby Wheatlander, and you just drill one big hole with that drill bit, and all this blood will start pouring out her head. And then it keeps pouring out, and then you have either that accepto syringe or bigger 60-60 syringes, and you just keep irrigating her in through that hole with warm water. Or sometimes the doctor will do two holes, one below and one above, and then you irrigate all the water and all the stuff come out through the bottom hole, and it might take 2 hours. And then eventually it'll stop bleeding and the brain will decompress, and then there you go. But it's so many people, because nobody never broke this down and showed them. They scared to do the crane, they scared to go by the the neuro room, they scared to do the cranies and all that kind of stuff, and it's really this simple. This simple. I don't get no better than that, people. But I'm telling you now, I can take a 6-year-old and teach him how to do the stuff that you've done. This is where the money comes